So I moved to Tunisia as a Black woman, and it is not what I expected. I'm an American living in Tunisia. I moved here almost 2 years ago, which is crazy to think about now. This was in September of 2023. And I bet you're probably wondering why. So long story short, I met my husband in Italy, in Palermo. We got married literally 5 months after we met each other in Tunisia. We ended up moving to Tunisia because the visa process was a lot more smoother than moving to Europe. As you may know, that visa process is a lot more longer. There's a lot more paperwork, and I didn't feel like dealing with that. Okay, let's get into some of the things that I did not expect as moving to Tunisia as a Black woman, okay? So number one, I did not expect a lot of people to stare at me. The staring culture in Tunisia is real. When I first moved here, I was like, why are they staring at me? Have I not seen a Black person before? What are they looking at? Is there no Black people here? And when I first moved here, I moved to Monastir, and there were not a lot of Black people there. So maybe that's why they were staring at me. And I took it personal in the beginning. I'm like, why are they looking at me? My husband would be like, no, they're looking at you because you're beautiful. You know, husbands, they're just so lovely. But no, yeah, that was one of my biggest shocks when I first moved here. That's the first thing I noticed were the amount of people that would stare at me. So when I left my house, I could never leave my house invisible. Like in America, if I left my house looking crazy, I would be invisible. But here, people are going to notice me no matter what I wear or what I do. So I kind of got used to it now. Like when I go back home to America, I'm like, why is not everybody looking at me? What's going on? Are y'all sick? Why is everybody staring at me? Two, I was really shocked at how kind Tunisian people are. They're so hospitable. Literally, you can meet someone in 2 seconds and they're going to literally take you off the street, bring them to the house, and maybe even ask you to move in with them for the rest of their life. They're so friendly. Everyone wants to feed you. Everyone wants to invite you to dinner. They're really hospitable and they're really friendly and they're really kind. Of course, there are some bad apples, but that's any country. There's going to be bad apples in any country. But the people here are really friendly and hospitable. People bond over food. Food is a big culture here. If you don't like food, don't come to Tunisia because that's literally what Tunisia is. It's food. If you love food, come to Tunisia. Three, I was shocked at how safe Tunisia was. It's an extremely safe country compared to Western countries like America, where I'm from. It's a lot more safe. Like I have been outside at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and I walking around and I didn't bat an eye. No one batted an eye at me. But this is because I lived in a Monastir. Maybe it's different in Tunis. I've never been outside walking around in Tunis. It could be different. But like I said, in Monastir, it was very safe. Anyway, but it's extremely safe. I think maybe the worst thing that can happen to is maybe petty crime, but that's like any country. But you're most likely not going to get shot or stabbed or anything like that. Also, maybe the most that you experience is some catcalling, because a lot of people will assume if you're a Black woman that you're maybe an African prostitute, which is so wrong, but this does happen. Four, I'm gonna be honest, I was shocked at how like no Black people here. I'm gonna say the stupid, ignorant thing and be the idiot here, but I was shocked.
When I first moved here, I'm like, why are all these people looking at me? I'm literally in Africa. Have they not seen a Black person? Like, hello, we're in Africa. What are you looking at me for?
I should be looking at you. But I had no idea that North Africa, they don't have a lot of Black North Africans. Even though there are some Black Tunisians, I've seen a couple, but I don't see that many. I think they're more in the South, so maybe I need to take a trip to the South to see more Black Tunisians. So yeah, that completely shocked me. I don't think I've ever lived in a place where there wasn't any diversity. That completely shocked me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it completely shocked me. It shocked me that people were shocked at seeing me. I was like, why are they shocked at seeing me? I'm in Africa. And you know how in some countries there's like a Black expat community? I don't even think there's like a Black expat community here. Like, you're not gonna find a Black community here unless they're like Black Tunisians or that they're like from like Western or Southern Africa. You're not gonna find a Black expat community here. Also, another culture shock I had was, of course, that there's a language barrier. So of course, when you move to another country and the main language isn't English, I'm gonna have issues. They speak Arabic and French here. Those are the main 2 languages. And when I lived in Monastir, not a lot of people spoke English. Like, I literally had no friends because no one spoke English. So I didn't meet a lot of people. But in Tunis, a lot of people do speak English. At least a lot of the younger generation does. A lot of the older generation, they don't speak English. But people are like more than willing to help. And the number one question people ask me is about the racism. Do you experience racism as a Black woman in Tunisia? Just to give you some background about Tunisia, Tunisia is one of the most homogeneous countries in the world. Like, most of the people in this country are Tunisian, and a lot of people here look alike. So when there's a lack of diversity in a country, of course there's going to be ignorance. A lot of people that live chronically online and are not familiar with different types of people. Racism that I do experience is maybe microaggressions. It's never like straight to my face like but it's always just like maybe stares, like weird stares, or maybe like, it's mostly weird stares. Like, the most that I've gotten is weird stares or like questions like, where are you really from? You can't be American, or something crazy like that. But this, like I said, this comes from there being a homogeneous society and people not being used to other people and just lack of knowledge. I'm gonna be honest, when you're not around a lot of different people, you don't know a lot of things about different people, so you ask questions. But I do know for sure there is a lot of racism in North African and Arabic communities, and that's just the way it is. There is a lot of racism in these communities. Colorism. When there are communities where there's not a lot of people that look like you, there's gonna be a lot of ignorance and a lot of curiosity. And honestly, I don't take any racism personal, because I know that racism comes from like uneducated people or just people who are ignorant. So you can't mind people who are uneducated or ignorant. So if you ever come to Tunisia and you're of color, a person of color, if you're Black, Asian, Indian, whatever, don't take any racism personal, because it comes from a place of ignorance and people are just uneducated and they believe everything they see in media. That's just my 2 cents. So basically, here's what I've learned, and this is what I would give advice for anybody that's moving here, Black, white, yellow, purple, whatever. Don't take things personal. You will feel safe here. It is extremely safe in Tunisia. If you like food, you're gonna love it here, because the food here is amazing. People bond over food. There's a lot of fellowship over food. Food is number 1 here. So if you like food, Habibi, come to Tunisia. I didn't even talk about like life expenses or like day-to-day living expenses. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. The expenses of living here can be good if you come with $1, a euro, or a pound. But yeah, just a takeaway, I love Tunisia. Do I experience a lot of racism? No, but this could also be because I'm American. Is that, yeah, I'm Black, but I'm also American, so that gives me another privilege over those who are Black and African. And it's really sad, but like I said, it's the truth.